Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good Christmas weekend. This is going to be Taurus 2021. Yes, indeed. Get the hell out of 2020. That's what I'm talking about. What I've seen so far, the hangman is going to lead us off on the board, but the whole Uranus thing, I'm going to say the past year plus however many months has been focused primarily on April Tauruses. We're getting ready to start messing around with us May Tauruses. How about that? Foundations are going to be completely rebuilt. No, this does not mean you're going to end up homeless. Okay, let's have that conversation first. Not what I'm saying. But the things that you want, the people that you want to be around, it's a totally different thing than what it was, say, even a year ago. Those of you that haven't really felt the shift, and I know some April Tauruses, and the things that they're going through right now are life-changing, life-altering situations in terms of their relationships with their parents, relationships with their siblings, other family members, even how they perceive their job. So, May Tauruses, get ready. It's not a bad thing. It's bad because we don't like change. We want everything to stay the fucking same forever and ever. But unfortunately, that ain't how life is working. And oh well, look at there. Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups. So many of you are getting ready to fire up some new romance stuff. For some of you, this is brand new people. For others of you, this is people from your past that you probably would not expect at this point to be having any kind of relationship with. We're going to do this 6 months at a time. The board just gets too damn crowded when I put all the cards down. But at any rate, so next year's change. Just know that. I saw the Death card, Seven of Cups, options. A lot of it is around work and romance. That's where the focus is going to be split up next year. And this has some of y'all feeling kind of like, where the fuck is the meadow? Because the ground is moving beneath my feet. I don't like this shit. But go with it towards the more, and I've said this in more than one reading, the more you let go and just go with the flow, the better this is going to be. So I know we have control issues. We want to dominate every damn thing. Let that bullshit go. I know. Difficult, easier, much easier said than done. But that is where Jupiter, some of the trances that Jupiter is going through right now and next year, that's where Jupiter will be able to show us and give us the abundance. But if we're going to fight and struggle the whole way, you're going to miss the show. So it'll be the equivalent of you sitting in a movie and you talking the whole time. You're going to miss something. So just ease up. Start, if you're not already, start practicing some good self-care habits that you're either doing daily, weekly, or monthly, so that you can de-stress, because it's foreign to us. We like to walk in the room and be in command of every damn thing. Food, TV, remote control, bathroom. We want to be in control of all of it. And we're not going to learn what we need to learn trying to dominate. I'm going to just throw that out there. So looking at your overall energy, the front end of it with the Queen of Cups and her booty to us, it's just what I'm saying. It's like we lack of spontaneity. We want every damn thing planned out. We need to know 10 days ahead of time before the 2 weeks ahead of time before the 3-week deadline. That's how we operate. But you're going to have to be practical and start overcoming some of those obstacles that you have where being in the middle, controlling everything is concerned. And It's got a lot to do with your intuition. It also has a lot to do with I'm going to say self-deception. I'm not feeling like anybody is in any kind of deceitful situation at the moment, if that's resonating with you. But this is about self-deception and the illusions that we want to throw out there about who's in charge and who's doing what and whatever. Which in turn brings up old girl here. You know, the front side is good, but back here it's like the hell. It's a lack of spontaneity, a lack of not being in the moment. And that may be how you're feeling right now. You're trying to understand and manage all these different kind of changes. The back end of your overall energy with the Knight of Swords on top of the King of Pentacles, you're not going to lose anything if you're feeling this way, like shit's just out of your control. And you're making all these decisions and you're trying to see the big picture, but the big picture keep looking right back at you like, decisions back here. But here, it's about taking a bigger view. And I think if you can get comfortable with this energy, right now it feels like a lot of y'all are just struggling because it's big. It's like looking at the wind. You know, how the hell do you look at the wind? But that's exactly what you need to be trying to do. Look at the bigger picture. If you just focus on details and minutia, it's going to be slow going all the way. And so the King of Pentacles is really telling you, you got this. And I think a lot of you feel like you got this. You're just afraid to let go. It's going to take some courage on your part. But we have the energy of the King of Pentacles. That's us all day long. Right behind you. So all you got to do is just let go and sit back. Watch the movie. Quit talking. That part. Your challenge is to know. Yeah, that part. It's real shit. No, you're like, what? Yes, love. L-O-V-E. Love. And with the Knight down here, changing up your boundaries. Some of you may have to change up your boundaries. Now, I'm not saying change your standards. I'm saying change your boundaries and how you've got your life framed out. That's your challenge for next year. If you are trying to let love in, or if you're trying to let the work that you love to do in, or both of those things, you were going to have to just kind of give in to knowing that your framework and your boundaries are going to need to change. There's a challenge for us because, again, we like things that we know. We don't like fucking around with shit we don't know. But this is all good. The onerous is on us. We're going to have to just, like being on a roller coaster, get your hands up in the air and just start screaming. Fuck it. What else are you going to do? So looking at January's energy, 3 of Swords with the Hangman on top. You may be dealing with an air sign. I'm looking at the 3 of Swords there. Who may have re-entered your airspace. And so if that is the case, I'm going to just guess this is probably a relationship that has been on the ropes for a minute. There may have been some heartbreak in the past, hence the 3 of Swords back there, but it's not speaking of that in a current sense. It is speaking to you having a different look at whatever separation you may have gone through. So this could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra. It doesn't have to be an air sign. It could be a fire sign with a lot of air in the natal chart, however that's working. But I'm going to just stick with air for this point. But this is major energy. And so this deck, the VICEVERSA deck, talks about a fall that leads to the brand new. So for all of you that may have an air sign or some sign just kind of circling your orbit right now, and you're going, what the hell? Yeah, all that shit y'all went through is going to bring you right to some new shit. So then here we go with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. Talking about opportunities being seized and having the cooperation. So As you move out of January, you start recognizing that things are not as they were, and that your perspective on this is going to have to change, and understand that whatever heartbreak or disappointment that you went through in the past is just that. It's in the past. Now, you have an option. Fuck, you got free will. You ain't got to do shit. You can just change your perspective on the whole thing and say, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. What you should know is that the ball is in your court. So however you wish to deal with that situation, now we start talking about opportunities being seized and the cooperation that you get from the other person. Woo, woo. And some of you may be, what's the word I want to, you may be a little shaky about dealing with somebody from your past. As you move through January and February, there will be things the universe is just going to show you. Getting here to March, talking about hope and being thankful maybe that you didn't settle for something else. And you may still have a lot of options, all that little extra shit out there in the ethers just floating around. There may be some other people in your orbit. Deal with the person that makes you feel hopeful, whether it's in what they do, if it's just their presence. You want to deal with the person that makes you feel hopeful about the future, not somebody that's always bitching, moaning, complaining, and crying about some bullshit. That part right there. In dealing with somebody that gives you hope, we come back to the Six of Pentacles, that fuel is what fuels you to help other people. So that again, dealing with someone that brings you hope helps you empower other people. So while you got all this little extra floating around you, be paying attention. Who makes you feel the best? Because hope is a good feeling when you know good things are coming. And you don't want to get caught up in anybody else's illusions. Let me throw that out there too. What's good for them may not be good for you, and what's good for you may not be good for them. So when it comes to listening to other people, once again, we're talking about folks out here in the ethers. Might be a Libra, I'm looking at them scales. Might be a fire sign, looking at all that red back there. But somebody in your ear trying to tell you, I need to get. Keep that hope. And remember, you're trying to attach yourself to someone that makes you feel all of this, and not somebody that's just throwing smoke and mirrors up in your face. That part right there. When we get into April and May, the Seven of Wands with the Ten of Cups on top and the Eight of Wands with the Five of Cups. Woo! There, now that's interesting. April is where you begin to see with the hoo-ha on the hoo-ha about your home and the harmony. There are going to be challenges. So, okay, let's look at it like this. You're trying to move into a palace. There's going to be some logistical problems and issues you're going to have to deal with, okay? You see the rainbow back here. But in getting to the rainbow, fuck it. Let's just figure the rainbow is a trip to the Bahamas. Fuck it. And here you are in Detroit by the water. That part right there. You got to deal with the traffic. You got to get to the airport. You got to pack your suitcase. You got more trips to the grocery store so you get some deodorant. That part right there. Don't forget, this is what you're getting to. This is what you're getting to, the harmony. There are challenges there. So just know, the rainbow back here, that's what your aim is. You might have to knock a few people out trying to do what you're doing. People, let me say this, people are not going to understand the change in you, Taurus. Those of you that are going to start shifting and drifting into another direction, people are not going to understand the change in you. So just know that. Just know that. And some of those people may try to throw obstacles and challenges in your way to keep you from getting to what you really want to get to. Back here, because you're trying to be in an environment that's harmonious. The same is one that's giving you hope. Just saying. May, Don't have this big, broader view of what's going on, and then get to May and you can't see past your nose. So there may be something to trigger you feeling isolated, or like you have failed at something. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is talking about taking care of yourself, self-care. So maybe a month for some of you that you need to just slow it down, keep it positive, and keep it hopeful. Once again, don't let negative illusions fuck up what you're trying to do. That happy family card. Don't let it happen. Keep your vision. Take the hood off so you can see what's around you. Keep your vision on the big picture. Don't get caught up in little bullshit, whatever that's going to be. This could be at work. This could be at home. But when you get into the spring, early summer, don't get caught up on bullshit. It'd probably be a good time to start the cocktail hour after work and de-stress. Do your thing, cocktail, tea, whatever you're doing, and just take time to take care of you. We get to June, the Ten of Cups and the High Priestess. What's going on with you? Ten of Cups. And I love it when this happens. Ten of Cups, you're starting these first 3 months with the Ten of Cups on top. Now we got the Ten of Cups on the bottom. So now with the High Priestess, it's about knowing, having that self-confidence to deal with whatever inner dilemmas you may be going through, whatever struggle you may be having. Let's go back. Person you might be dealing with, and see, this is what's leading the year off. So this is not going to be some shit that just, oh, you got a text message from an ex, or you bumped into somebody at the grocery store, some other bullshit. This is big shit. Some of you might be knee deep in big shit right now, and this is just going to carry you through. There may be triggers. High Priestess down here in June, she's about her shit. I don't care what you're talking about. Her and the Empress, them heifers is about they shit all day. And they own their shit. But sometimes it takes them time to process what they're seeing, hearing, and feeling. Commitment, connection, bonding, yeah, I said that part. And making sure you're open to the changes that are coming. Don't be afraid to let people love on you, Taurus. I think I did this for Aquarius last night, Taurus and Aquarius. And this is the same energy that's coming up. Like you almost, you're glad to be sitting with everybody and, having a drink or eating food or whatever. But, let's not get too personal. You need to drop some of that. You need to drop some of that. Because, again, you're trying to be harmonious across the board, not just in your love relationships. You're trying to have this harmony, weaving that across the board. So let the High Priestess work whatever magic she needs to work in your mind, so you don't lose focus of the bond you're trying to create, and that you don't lose focus of the changes that are coming towards you. Because that's a warning to embrace change. If you're stuck on on some old shit, come right back up here to January, it's going to blow up in your face. If you try to treat a situation the way you may have treated something in the past, even if this is a brand new person, if you try and trigger off the same shit, it's going to blow up in your face. And that's what you don't want to happen. So do your best to quash whatever inner thing you got going on. And what you see and what you may be feeling may not be logical. Some of you may be, there's that Wheel of Fortune again. Some of you may be dealing with somebody that actually did hurt you. They've come back now, regretful and apologizing. You know it's a good thing. They were just fucked up, or it might have been you that was fucked up. Either way, but you're scared. And that's when you lose your lack of spontaneity, because now you're not focusing You're not being hopeful, that part right there, because you're focusing on the wrong shit. And so then the passion and the spontaneity and whatever you're trying to do gone out the window. Because you worrying. Oh, I said the word worry. Woo-hoo. Oh, yeah. Yep. This is it, y'all. So now the second half of the year, July, dealing with Sister Moon and the Knight of Pentacles. And that's uncertainty. That's what I'm feeling. Pull on your inner strength as you roll into the summer months. You know, when you start feeling like, I don't know if I can do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, let's get to the backside of this. You may need to, if you haven't been doing so, you may need to sit down for a minute and do some digging and do some inside, why the fuck am I still acting this way type work. But this is about where you need to be, coming up out the water like, okay, I got this. Relying on your inner strength. You may need to slow down, I know that's on there, but this is about your inner strength for sure. And it's Pentacles. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving. We ain't getting there that fast. Knights move fast. We don't move that damn fast on no damn horse with a pocket full of change. I'm just saying. So if you need to slow down, and in the summer months you may need to do that and take some time for yourself despite whatever connection you're trying to make or whatever connection you're in. This includes work as well. You need to get that rejuvenation. Dunk your ass in the water and deal with whatever it is you need to deal with and come up ready to go. August, the Queen of Swords on top of the Knight of Wands. This is about the adventure. But this is about also you being cool and making sure you got the details in place. So there may be some trips that you want to plan with your partner. There may be, for those of you dealing with work stuff, there may be some travel come August, September. You may have to do some things for work, or like I said, it could be for love. Either way, keep you cool, because there may be some delays. There may be some people being disruptive. It could be anything. Trains not running on time, planes not running on time, car trouble, whatever. But the bigger issue here is about you keeping cool like the queen. And in doing so, just looking at the back of her, you liberate yourself from a whole bunch of unnecessary work. So keep it cool. There may be some things, even on a relationship front, there may be your partner's exes trying to get back on the scene, because people can feel that energy when you're in love or when you're trying to get something going with somebody. And if they've been with that person, they may damn well be jealous. I'm just saying. When we get into September, there's where the changes start happening, for real and for sure. And the Wheel of Fortune, always good. You'll have a chance to see, by the time you get into the fall, exactly where you are. And you'll have a chance to see once all the shit shakes out. And this is going to be based on whatever decisions you make. So if you're making decisions to move in with somebody and move out with somebody else, and get engaged or get married or move to a different city or whatever, that is the Tower. So think about the decisions that you're making and what kind of disruption it's going to cause. However, the Wheel of Fortune is working in your favor. So you'll be able to get everything that you want. It may not be wrapped up in the package you're expecting it to be in, but ultimately you will get all the things that you're looking for. So whatever decisions you make, just know that'll really reveal to you what your grand prize is, that part right there. So this is about decision making, and obviously the backside of this is about the hidden causes. So I would say for this is about the hidden things that are making you make whatever decision you decide to get married, and it's a domino effect. Whatever the decision is that you make, It's going to be a shakeup. It's all to the good. Sitting on the wheel of fortune, it's all to the good. With the Fool and the Death card, you may have to let go of some people that are just kind of hanging on to you for no reason. Backside of this is about overcoming your fears, but as the Death card on this side, you may have to let go of people because you want to live your life. You ain't trying to have some people sucking the life out of you on their shit. You want to have a life sucked out of you on your shit. I'm just saying. Be courageous. Don't be afraid. It's a big risk. Your decision making, it's a big risk. Fuck it. It is what it is. But if this is, once again, the thing that's making you go, la, with hope, that's what you're trying to do. Who knew different scary, for sure. But go ahead and do what you need to do. You see all that blue and white sky there. Come on. And no, it's not all blue because it's not going to be all easy trying to do whatever it is you decide that you're going to do. Obviously, you're creating a tower. So this is not going to be no easy feat, whatever it is. But be courageous and let go of the people that are trying to hold you back from doing what you want to do. That's not the place you're trying to be in at this point. The Two of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. There may be some things that will just get you stressed out when you get into November, getting headed into the end of the year. Yeah, there may be some stuff that's just like the fuck. And you might, without taking on an alternative point of view, you might face fear and crisis. So you, again, back to this change, having a change of perspective is down here. You may need to have a change of perspective about what's going on to keep yourself in balance, keep your relationship in balance. This can be anything from your kids to your car to your job. I'm just saying. But whatever it is, don't let it get you where you have everything just kind of going willy-nilly all over the place. At the end of the year, with the Five of Wands on top of the Chariot, that's where you start manifesting. Up until this point, you may have felt blocked. There may have been conflict. Again, talking about letting go of dependent ties. But the Chariot don't sit still for long. I'm just saying. So once you come out of that feeling overwhelmed or like you're out of balance, it will be all systems go, and go. Remembering you have to change your boundaries because this is what you're trying to get to. That new shit. And for a lot of you, it could be a restart. For some of you, you may be going back to old jobs. So you're reconnecting with people from the past. It's not a bad thing, but everything needs to be seen in a different light. So if you think you're going back to your old job and it's just going to be the old regular, usual, follow your intuition. Up here with the Moon card. Follow your intuition. Don't deceive yourself. And the thing with that is, if you're open and honest with yourself about whatever your situation is, nobody else can pull the wool over your eyes. That part right there. So make sure you understand what it is that you're doing and what you want to accomplish. Be as practical as you can and go for it. Yep, patience. So again, the summer months, getting into July, August, being patient. Oh, cool breeze right here. Rational and cool. Being patient. That will... And so some of you, relationships, the person that you're dealing with or will be dealing with, they may have some stuff out here in the ethers too that they need to finish up. Because it feels like for some of you, this is as much a surprise to them emotionally. The damn Page of Cups, as much as a surprise to them as it is to you. So if that's resonating with you, yeah, just be patient. Everything is everything. Ignore the haters. The people busy in your ear telling you, ain't you doing it for it? Fuck you. That part right there. Ignore the haters. Don't even waste your time with people that are telling you same thing. Don't waste your time. Don't entertain people that are trying to hold you back. That codependency energy. I don't want you to do that. You need to be at home with us. No, you don't. No, you don't. Matter of fact, no, you don't. Run. Don't waste your time on things that are taking away from what you're trying to accomplish. Put that out there like that. Come together. Those of you in the love department, there's your okie dokie sign. 8. That infinity. Details. At some point during the year, I'm going to say probably the summer, there may be some details that need to be gone over before you move forward. So some of you may be signing new leases, you may be buying new cars, you may be moving in together. Again, don't forget about the big picture, but there's our points. You're going to have to just kind of catch up with the details. Do the detail work, but keep your eye on the big picture. That makes sense. Damn, sky's the limit, y'all. It's the fucking limit. It is the limit. Go ahead, get out there, jump up off that damn cliff. Don't stand there trying to measure how far it is from one hoof to the other to get to the water. Just jump. It's all good. Wheel of Fortune in here. This is a good reading. It's a work year next year, so don't think you're just gonna be able to, do the regular bull thing and snooze on some shit. Nah. You're gonna have to do some work. But do your best to maintain some emotional distance between what you're trying to accomplish and how you're feeling. Stay in balance. Those of you in love relationships, things will go well as long as you don't get caught up in old bullshit. And there are going to be some landmines. So there may be people that just pop up, and their whole purpose is going to be to trigger you to see what your response is going to be. And that can be at work as well. If this is what you want to do, fuck the haters. Let them twirl out in the middle of the street butt naked. Do what you're trying to do. Stay hopeful. Keep the bigger picture. Taurus, I love you. I hope you guys have a wonderful start to the new year, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.